I'm kind of bored. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I got new mics, so I'm gonna use them. And here's the thing. I all right. Want to hear something crazy? So guess what? Earlier this year, I bought something that I've been wanting for years. I've been wanting an upgrade to my camera because this was my original camera. This carried my entire career for like the last 5, 6 years, 6, 7 years. No, but like actually, it's like I think 2020, I bought this A6400. I had an A6300, which was this is my first camera ever. Okay, guys, this is my first ever camera. My A6300. I got this when I was like 17, 18 years old. 18 years old. It was like my grad gift to myself. You know what I'm saying? Not to myself. Like my mom bought it for me for my grad because I told her I wanted to pursue film, and that was the only thing I ever wanted. So I got a camera. I was gonna go to film school, and then I didn't go to film school, and then I started doing content. I was already making YouTube videos at the time, even though they were getting like 10 views, 100 views, and half of them were probably just hate watching. You know what I'm saying, from like people in high school. But after I started making content on TikTok and blowing up on there, I bought this as like I think it was like my quarter million gift, like my 250,000 follower gift to myself, A6400. And this is when like nobody was really using camera quality on like social media yet. People were just kind of using their phones and stuff like that. And then like only people that would use cameras were like videographers, cinematographers, and photographers. And it only made sense that I was putting that kind of quality out because I was a videographer and a cinematographer at one point. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so I already knew my ways around the bad boy. I already knew my ways around editing and all that stuff. And so I brought like this quality onto the platform that at least not a lot of people were bringing onto at that point. And this is like 5, 6 years ago now, guys. So the world's changed. Everybody has great content now. Everybody has like production level content. All right. Um, and so like for the last few years, I've literally carried my life on this, on a 35 millimeter, and then maybe for the last 3 years on this 16 millimeter lens. Super simple build. It's inexpensive. Like it's like a step above your phone, but like phones are so good now, and they've caught up, not caught up. They've caught up to like the standard of quality at this point, especially with like Apple's like pro like filming in log and stuff like that. Like, and especially with DaVinci Resolve being such a big thing for color grading. Like back then, I wasn't using the fucking DaVinci Resolve. Hell no. Like the color grading capabilities was not like that yet. It was just Premiere Pro, and Premiere was great for color grading, but not like as accessible as DaVinci. Like you kind of had to like, it wasn't as intricate, if I may say. But over the years, everyone gotten so good. Everybody knows how to. Everybody's a colorist all of a sudden. Everybody's a high level editor. Knows how to use After Effects, DaVinci, everything. You know what I'm saying? And so earlier this year, I finally saved up enough money to buy this camera comfortably. All right. So there's one. It's one to save up money for something, but to buy something comfortably where it literally doesn't really feel like it makes a dent in your account, which is kind of crazy to say. That's when you know I made it. Yeah, that's like the one thing I wanted to do before upgrading is that I take care of my life responsibilities and finances first before I upgrade. Because again, I'm always a believer that like you don't need the best gear out there. You don't need the most high quality stuff. Like everything is in the story. Everything is in the actual content that you're making, and everything is from you. And just having good quality and like having good cameras and gear is just will supplement that. You know, I started making YouTube videos on my iPhone 10 or iPhone 7 even, or even like if when I was a kid, I was making them on like a blue Nikon Coolpix Digicam. You know what I'm saying? I was shooting Beyblade videos on that, shooting videos of myself and like twinning myself using a clone effect on like After Effects and like learning how to mask at like 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I've been in this. And so I thought, you know what, like I feel like I've worked really hard this year. I feel like I've gotten to a place in my career where I want to evolve. I feel like I haven't been growing the last few years, and not it's not because of this, But just like I feel like in general as a creator, like I feel like I haven't been pushing myself to do more. And I think if I want to push myself to do more, then I think having the tools to be able to push for that, you know what I mean, helps a lot. And so I bought this bad boy, the Sony FX3. This rig in total is probably like 8K. $6,000 for the camera body and warranty, another 2K for the lens. So like, yeah, like about 8K. And then memory card, batteries, fucking my Peak Design tripod's like $700. Like, I invested a lot this year in my gear. But again, I made it so that like it didn't really become a burden on my bank account. Isn't that crazy that I was able to just drop that money and be fine? You know what I'm saying? Some people have to like this is like their savings. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very grateful to be in a position where I can do that. And so yeah, I bought this camera at the beginning of the year, and I've used it a lot. Don't get me wrong. I've used it a lot. I've used it for campaigns. I've used it for my content. I've used it in Japan, and it's beautiful. It is gorgeous. Is it better than this? 1000%. Like you can see the difference. Like it's crispier. Like I had this lens first and I used it on the APS-C, but with a full frame lens and its full frame body, like it using its full capabilities and just like being able to shoot in low light because of the dual base ISO, like tech talk. All right. Amazing tool. Amazing. And I feel like I haven't even gotten like my full potential's worth of what I'm capable of using this with. But here's the thing. What's crazy is in the last like few weeks, so before I went to Japan, I got the FX3 just like a little bit, like a month-ish before, 2 months before. And then before I went to Japan, so I had lost my iPhone 16 Pro Max a while ago. And I didn't lose it. I got stolen. Don't ask how. I got pickpocketed at a club. Let's just say that, all right? And that phone was gifted to me by Apple. And I was like, fuck. So I texted my Apple rep. I said, hey, this happened and I need a new phone. And he said he would hook me up. But it took a while because, you know, Apple be busy, you know what I'm saying? It got stolen around the time, like it was like a hot season for Apple, you know what I mean? And then it was the holidays and yada, yada, yada. So I didn't have a phone for like 3-4 months, October, November, December, January, like 4 months. And I was surviving off like an old phone, like at first, like an iPhone 10, the one that I started my YouTube career with, funny enough. But I had a friend and shout out Sabrina, she lent me her iPhone 14 and I was living off that for a while and it worked. It did the job, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't making content on it though, of course. Just posting via like my camera footage and stuff like that, whatever. Just using it to post on socials, right? Because I filmed everything with my cameras anyway. And then my rep got back to me and was like, hey, I'm sorry there's a delay, but if you're down, like let's call and let's talk new phone. So boom, we talk about the phone. I get the phone literally the next day. iPhone 17 Pro Max in Chrome, 2 terabytes. It's great. And I was like, okay, like I'm gonna, you know what? Like I don't wanna like miss this opportunity. Like I wanna take advantage of the situation, you know what I'm saying? And so I start kind of, you know what? Like let's shoot on the phone a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what it is. Like I think once you start filming on like a camera, like it's really hard to become a phone creator. And so I started like doing small stuff like taking more pictures, more fit pics. I'm like, okay, let's place with some features. And then I started like taking lots of videos in Japan, playing with the log capabilities, and then like color grading them in DaVinci. And I'm like realizing like, wow, like this is a good camera. Like I'm making shit that like I was making on this, you know what I'm saying? But it's all in-house, you know what I'm saying? The only thing I gotta do is move the files over to my laptop and color grade them and edit them there. You know what I'm saying? But I was like at first like the log footage. If you've never filmed Apple log, bro, like the file sizes are huge. Like imagine like this is like 4K, 24 frames per second, like big files. Imagine that, but like times five. And I filmed like S log. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 5 minutes of footage is like a fucking 80 gigs for some reason. Um, and so it kind of like forced me to like, okay, I got to be selective with what I'm like filming on here because like I have 2 terabytes, but like that can go away quick. You know what I'm saying? Depending how much content I'm making. And so I start like seeing a pattern a little bit on like Instagram. Like a lot of people like of course everybody records on the phone, of course, but there was like an influx of like these people who are recording on cameras and have high quality like cinematic stuff, filming on iPhones. You know what I'm saying? I started seeing the a pattern where a lot of people's like just average day to day content and like stuff like that was performing really well. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of a switch because like storytelling content and cinematics are a huge thing the last 2 years and like high quality production. And I feel like we're kind of reverting back because of my hot take is like not hot take, but just my opinion is it's just AI. You know what I'm saying? When AI can make everything perfect and produced properly, like why what makes it different from cameras? You know what I'm saying? And so it gives you that when things are too overproduced and with capitalism, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's like producing like professional work, you know what I'm saying? Like you're competing against companies here now, not even just other creators. Like what how do you stand out from a crowd that does everything perfectly and like so beautifully and like is executed like it's like everything has like $1 million budget. You know what I'm saying? You make it relatable. You make it down to earth. And how do you do that? You film on things that like regular people film on. So phones. So I started seeing an influx of like phone content and like people telling stories with just their phones and like kind of like bringing back that like OG like YouTube vlog style, but like on TikTok and like Instagram and short form in general. You know what I'm saying? Just like day in lives, you know what I'm saying? But like just strictly on the phone. And like it kind of like inspired me. I was like, you know what? Like let me do that. Like, cause I feel like I grew like a little bit of an ego over the years and like a little bit of like this block in my brain where I was always just stuck to the camera. Like this was my identity at this point. You know what I'm saying? And then like I just couldn't. I felt like if I'm being real, I felt like I was a little above phone content at that point. You know, I've otherwise like not gotten over that. Like I don't think like that at all. But I definitely feel like there was a point where I was just like I had like a disdain for filming on my phone and making content on my phone because I was just like, well, I've done this professionally. Why would I downgrade? You know what I'm saying? That's what it felt like. It felt like a downgrade. But you know what? I just tried it. You know what I'm saying? I started filming and then I went to Japan and I was like, man, I brought my FX3 with this lens and I was like, wow, this bitch is fucking heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like 5 pounds, if I remember real, like 4 pounds, maybe five. But yeah, I was just like, okay, this is like too much. Like I'm walking 20 to 30,000 steps a day. I can't be carrying this everywhere. And so what did I do? I left that at home and I was like, you know what? Let me vlog on my phone. And so I used Apple Log, you know what I'm saying, at first. And then Apple Log again, like I uploaded the footage to my laptop and I was like, wow, this is 200 gigabytes. I'm not even trolling. It was 200 gigabytes of footage off like one vlog. And so I was like, fuck it. Let me turn off Apple Log. Let me just record normally. And I was so uncomfortable, bro. I was so uncomfortable, bro. Bro. I was so uncomfortable. And just like, it just felt weird. Like, I was just like, oh my God, this is so weird. Like, it doesn't look great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not color grading this. I'm just putting it together. And then, like, I started doing that more. And I started taking more pictures. And then, like, just like little clips. Like, I wasn't even, the thing is, I took the pressure off editing and posting off my shoulders. And I was just taking clips just to take clips as memories. And then I started like filming my day to day, you know what I'm saying? Like once I got back from Japan, I was like going out with my friends. I was filming us all together just for fun. Like, you know what I mean? We went thrifting and we're like hanging out. We're hanging out at the crib. We're going to parties. Like we're going out, you know what I'm saying? And like I'm just like taking like these clips like I'm just like like home video type style. And then I'm watching them back. I'm like, wow, these are like cute. These are funny. And then I started posting a lot more on my story just to be more active. And then just using my phone, and I was like, oh, I have my phone all the time, and I'm like filming these stories, and like I'm like used to this, like, you know what I mean? I like to be a goof on like my close friends, and so I started posting videos I put on my close friends' stories onto my public stories, and then people started messaging me like, oh my, like I really like this version of you. You know what I'm saying? Like I really like these actually crack me the fuck up. Like this shit got me frying for real. This shit frying me for real. You know what I'm saying? I've got a lot of people like saying like, wow, like you're a freaking jester. Like yeah, like they really enjoyed what I was putting out, and it's like stuff that I put on my private story that I was putting publicly, and they're just like, why don't you like post shit like this, or why don't you like make content that's like funny? And like I used to make, dude, my first quarter million of followers on socials was through comedy and skits. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I haven't done it. And so then I started posting them on my public story, and I was just like, oh, I had like the thought of like, why don't I just take all my stories and just compile it into like a reel? And that's where this idea came from, where I'm just gonna film like and document, because I've always wanted to document the process, but like documenting on your camera and stuff like that, then you gotta edit it. It's like another thing to edit. It's like something, and it becomes like another main body of work. When you want to document, you kind of just want it to be like chill, you know, just very real and like something very low effort. And so I started, my stories kind of felt like I was just documenting my life. So what I did, I took a bunch of clips that I would put on my story, and I just put them together in a reel, and I watched it over. I was like, wow, because this is the video, this is the vlog. No pressure either. I'm not trying to go viral with this. It's just for fun. Like it's just like thing. And then that's when it clicked to me. It's like for fun. And I'm like, wait, like this is why I made videos in the first place, because I started being a vlogger on my phone. You know what I'm saying? iPhone 10 in like when I was like 16 years old, 15 years old. You know what I mean? We were going out, hanging out with the homies in high school, and I was literally just had the camera, and I was just putting the footage together, making funny little edits, and then posting them online. And I'm like, wait, that's what I'm doing right now again. It's kind of like full circle moment here. I'm like, out with my friends, I'm taking it, and it's fun. It's just documenting. It's not, it's low pressure. And like, I feel like this is like what I need, because I feel like making videos has just become like a job and it's a profession. And so I just see it as so professional that I stopped having fun. And I was just like, okay, how can I perform better? What are the strategies to keep this going? How am I gonna get paid and eat and pay my bills? You know what I'm saying? And so that became like my life. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I was thinking about when I was making videos, how to survive, and like what is the most optimal for views, which is not a healthy thing. Like of course I was still making videos I liked. Of course I was still having fun with it, but the amount of fun was just like not equal to the actual just like work I was actually putting in. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this, because it's so low effort, I'm not even thinking about views. In general, nowadays, I actually don't think about it, views and like all that statistics now, because I know everything is not gonna go viral. I know everything is just a stepping point and into like the world building that I'm building, right? Um, and like to be seen as a whole instead of one video. I have a video about that coming out, but but yeah, just like documenting, and like I was just like, wow, this is really easy. And it's like, again, it's not, I'm not making anything new. I'm just going about my day, propping the camera up and just like kind of like documenting what I'm doing. Like not even, I'm pretending the camera's not even there. It's like shit that I do. Like I post on my story again. I'm just like updating. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I had this dream last night where yada yada yada. I opened some Pokemon cards and I got really sad, and I'm putting that in the vlog. You know what I'm saying? Some other days it'll be cool. Like I'm like unboxing like the new mic I got. You know what I'm saying? I just got this today. I just filmed my unboxing, and it's just like chill. Like it's low effort. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just documenting shit. And it's been so fun. And yeah, and so what I'm getting at is I've been shooting on my free phone. Technically, yeah, I mean like technically if you like really want to put it, it's like over like a $1,500. But because I got it for free, my free phone, I'm shooting more on my free phone than this camera setup that I spent 8K on. And I'm having so much fun. Am I still going to use this? Yes, I will. Because I do want to evolve, and I do want to make films. Because like I feel like there's a lot of people there out there who like document and like show the process, but then it's like process of what? Documentation of what? Like, what are you doing though? And then it becomes their main content, like just being there. And then some people have like their main content, but they never document anything. It's just like you're just seeing product. And this is like the perfect bridge and cadence between the two, to show you guys my growth in what I'm doing, like via the phone vlogs, and then but also like show you guys the actual work, the final work that I use with my camera. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I still make cool shit. I still make amazing works of art and videos, but I still am real and like interactive and showing that I'm just like another guy. I genuinely am just another guy, bro. Like like every year slowly I get more rid of my ego. Like I think about legacy and people want to be remembered, and it's just like, isn't it an awesome thing to be forgotten? You know what I'm saying? To know that you came onto this world and this earth to do what you gotta do, and then one day like people forget what you did, but like you made such an impact in a way that you don't need to be remembered for it, but the impact just still stays there. Like if you think about it, like do you know your great grandparents' names? 99% of you probably don't. You know what I'm saying? And if you really think about it, like all the things that are very useful in our day-to-day lives, you don't even know their names. Who made cement? Who made the hammer? You know what I'm saying? And it's like those people were significant in that time, and they made huge global impacts over time. But it's like, do we remember their names? No. And does it fucking matter? No. Because they made the impact anyway. And I think that's what this is, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe I'm just yapping now. But yeah, honestly, I'm just trying to have fucking fun, bro. Like, I'm chill. I'm just trying to chill out, you know what I'm saying? But I do want to release more YouTube videos like this. So I will be releasing daily vlogs on my reels and my shorts of just like vertical format, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes max. On my short form, just like for fun documents, and then like my actual work on there too. But on YouTube, because I really want to grow my YouTube, just like there'll be some high profile, like high produced stuff, but also just like this. Like I feel like this is how YouTube's supposed to be. This is how I grew up with YouTube. It's just like the guy propping their camera on their camera or like webcam even, just down, just talking and yapping, you know? And that was how it used to be. That's how it started. And I think I like those vibes. Those really inspired me. You know what I'm saying? Like nowadays, honestly, like it depends. You're either like a YouTuber, like you watch YouTube, like you see the entire story, like Mr. Beast, you know what I'm saying? You see it like entertainment. Or you just see it as like someone to hang out with. You know, I was a lonely kid growing up. YouTube was like my friend. Like the people that was posting was like, oh my god, like they were there for me in a sense. You know what I mean? Like they made things not as lonely. And yeah, like it's just chill. Like I feel like especially too with people in like our attention spans, it's like we're not fucking watching shit like with our eyes. We're watching shit with our ears. We watch YouTube videos like they're fucking podcasts or like they're freaking music albums, you know, nowadays. You know what I'm saying? And so I like these formats. Will every video like this be this long? No, I think I just had a lot to say today. Some of them might be 5 minutes, some of them might be 2 minutes, some of them might be 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But I want to keep doing this. I want to just prop it. I think, again, just relieving the pressure and having fun has been a big thing. And I've been like telling myself that for months, but I never really understood it until I started to do it. But yeah, I need something to like work on and create and put out that doesn't take a lot of effort, because like there are stuff that I want to work on, create and put out that do take a lot of work. But in the meantime, to keep that creative muscle going, to keep the charisma up, to keep my performance as sharp, you know what I'm saying? And to keep getting better at even like talking, interacting, and just like, you know, building community is a big thing for me. And just like being real as fuck, bro. I want to keep doing this. So, hey, this is Emson's world, baby. And we living in this shit. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more. I love you guys. I'm here for y'all. Mwah.